Harlan is on your right. Oliver's on your left. Snow-covered mountain, Astrolabe. Tomajko's going to sacrifice a Wooded Foothills and go get Stomping Ground. We're heading back to Oliver. This is a Tarmogoyf. We're heading back to Harlan. Tarmogoyf will provide the clock. It's only a 1-2 right now. Ooh, Nicker Wellspring and a Mox. All right. And a Galvanic Blast to kill the Goyf. So now here's the Thoughtseize. What are we working with here? Urza, which is busted. Pithing Needle, Astrolabe, and Thopter Foundry.
Game's going to be going on for a while. I think you just got to take Urza.
I think Urza's just too good.
Too good.
Yeah. And now here's an Inquisition of Kozilek. Take your Thopter Foundry. Leave you with the Labe and the Needle. Harlan will draw Astrolabe. Draw another card. That's a bauble. Curious if he wants to deploy Needle this turn. Maybe thinking about naming Liliana of the Veil.
Seems like the best name.
Yeah, I think so. Now there's a Scalding Tarn. Pass the turn back. So we go back over to Oliver, the young master.
I guess we'll find out here in a moment if that was the name, because that was Tomajko's draw step.
Mm-hmm. Now remember, Jund is not a deck that has difficulty taking care of artifacts. There's Bloodbraid Elf. Pulse, oh, we Pulse you real good. No, I don't think he wants to target the Wellspring there. Young Harlan. He's going to go after the Mox. Interesting choice.
Try to prevent Urza as a draw. If all these things are kind of the same, interchangeable, what have you, just try to keep him off 4 mana for as long as you can.
Harlan bobbles himself, takes a look at the top card, sacks it away with the fetch land. Obviously not liking what he saw, so he'll get a Watery Grave. We're going over to Harlan Fear now. He draws from the bobble, draws for the turn. This is a Nile Spellbound. That is a Scalding Tarn. We'll pass it back over to young Oliver Tomajko. He'll draw a card. He's still got that Liliana over there. It's not doing much of anything. Bloodbraid Elf's going to come in for 3. Harlan's going to fall down to 12. Next up, Oliver has Bolt, Liliana, and a land. Not a lot going on. Boop. Lily. I think that question may have been answered.
Yes.
On what that needle is naming. Harlan's going to go get a Steam Vents with the fetch. Now he'll crack Nile Spellbomb. He does a nice job of avoiding discard this way. Now he'll draw another card. Chromatic Star and Thopter Foundry are the plays. We're going to head back over to Oliver. And the Foundry is actually pretty darn good here because it allows him to sack the Wellspring to draw a card or sacrifice the Star to draw a card.
And Fear trying to be extremely mindful here of just don't end the turn with cards in your hand that Tomajko can hit with a discard spell.
Yep.
Try to, be patient, do everything on your main phase, and then pass the turn. Use your mana at the end of the turn to cantrip.
And I think he's done a really nice job so far playing this game. There's a Squire of Industry, and now there is an Urza. That'll bring along a large construct, attack for 1, knock Liliana down a little bit. He's going to use the Chromatic Star to tap for blue mana and then sacrifice it to Thopter Foundry to create a token and draw a card. Next up is Goblin Engine. No boy.
Ba-boo-doo, ba-boo-doo, boo-da-boo.
So I'm going to give Harlan a little shout out here. Quick little love. Harlan plays this deck real well.
And fast.
He does play it fast, and he plays it well.
Yep.
He had some success with it in Pittsburgh alongside Brian Koval, and he's just been playing it kind of ever since. He didn't play Hogak during Hogak Summer. He played various builds of Urza and Wurza, and he clearly knows how to play this deck in all of the matchups. You saw there, he didn't have to even think about, when am I going to activate this stuff, when am I going to do this stuff? End step.
Right.
Dodging those Thoughtseizes, dodging those Inquisitions, dodging Liliana if it was available. Opened some things up that way, found an Urza, found a Goblin Engineer, now we're comboing going off. He knows the lines with a pretty complicated deck.
Willing to take a turn off of trying to, spike as hard as possible and end the game instantly with some of his best draws, and instead just insulating himself as much as possible from Tomajko's discard.
Jeff Belliam says that we should have a fried chicken eat-off. I don't know about that. I once ate a 10-piece bucket by myself over a dinner. That's, oh boy. 10's a lot. You couldn't even go through 6. Oh, intern Rob wants to challenge.
I don't know. Part of the A new thing that's happening to me as I get older. Every 6 months is just something new.
Okay. What's the latest there,
Just
bud?
get really bad heartburn now. That started to happen.
Ooh.
So I'm going to sit that one out.
Tum to tum tum tum.
Yeah, I had to run to the hotel early on Saturday and grab some.
Little sponsorship there from Tums on, bud.
Yeah, just all the things. So all the things that I use as I get older. Tums, a back brace, glasses. I'm gonna need glasses soon. Hair restoration.
Now you just bald that.
Yeah.
Come on, now you just shave it off.
Yeah, I'm gonna shave it off.
Balding isn't a choice. Being bald is.
Yo, how are your targeted ads on Facebook?
Pretty good. How about
Mine,
you?
they are assuming a lot about my health, and it is not good. It's not.
Oh,
And that's something that's started to happen recently.
Zux is getting the better of you, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all right. That's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right, man. They know what you need. They're listening in. You just accept that.
No, these are things that are not for me, but they are assuming could easily be for me.
They might be for you later.
Hey, we know that, body part X doesn't work anymore. We got some pills. It's a lot of that sort of thing.
Inquisition of Kozilek has been played. There goes a chromatic star.
You're bald. You're balding. Okay, how'd you like to have your hair back?
Rogaine.
Yeah.
Is Rogaine even still in business? There's probably a
I
better
don't
way
know.
to do that.
You're, we sell these chairs for people with bad backs, which we assume you have.
Are they wrong?
They're not wrong.
There you go. Renin 6 going to get a land back here for young Oliver Tomajko. Is it the lower back?
Yeah.
You need to get a foam roller.
Your arches on your feet. They'd probably bother you now.
Yeah.
It's all things that bother me, or it's meant as a preview of things to come shortly.
Goblin Engineer is going to get a Sword of Meek. Put that into the graveyard. It's all right. It's just getting old, man. It's all right.
Yeah.
The first step is to just shave it off like Kobe did, the hair.
Right.
Just let it go. Like LeBron won't let it go, but just let it go.
You know what? Come on home.
Yeah, just let it go.
Shave it off. Come on
fine.
home.
It's not a big deal. I've worked with you when you had the full head of hair. I've seen its current iteration. There's one more step left, bud.
I know.
Here's an Inquisition. Fatal Push and Chromatic Star are the options. Star down. Couple of fetches. And now we're going to sacrifice this fetch land. Get a basic Swamp. Plus the Renin 6. Here's a Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf's pretty big. Let's keep it rolling. What, I got Artifact and Land and Sorcery, 3/4 Goyf.
Mm-hmm.
Sacrifice a fetch now, Will Harlan. Yeah, there's Snow-Covered Swamp. Push you around. Attack your Renin 6. Let's keep it rolling. Back over to Oliver Tomajko. He's at 17. Harlan's at 18. I'll get you a foam roller, though.
I got a foam roller.
You have one? Dude,
I do.
that thing works.
It does.
It hurts, but it works. Verdant Catacombs. There's a 40 stuff. Plus the Ren. Follow-up. All right. Now Spellbomb. Doesn't look so bad. We head back over to Harlan Fear now. Harlan draws a card in there. Not a lot going on for him this game, where his deck was kind of churning and able to draw cards last game. Not seeing it this time. Kolagon's Command. Just going to fire up, take care of that Goblin Engineer. Inquisition. Galblast it. Bring it down to 3. Harlan's just got 2 lands. Looks like 2 Watery Graves.
Nothing going on, and nothing to do with the graveyard.
It's actually a Watery Grave and a Polluted Delta, pardon me. Tomajko's got that graveyard in check with Denial Spellbomb. Blood Crypt's going to enter the battlefield untapped. Oliver's going to fall down to 14. He's going to plus the Renin 6, get back in land. Goyfs, plural, back to Harlan. Watery Grave tapped, back to Oliver. See where we go to next. Liliana, plus it. Both players will lose land. Ren, get it back. It's called a combo. Beatdowns.
Free. Free, rolling.
That's right. Dead. Game 3 on the way. Promise. It's messed up when the lower back hurts, too. I'll tell you what. I had some lower back injuries. sometimes deadlifting too much or just not taking care of my body enough. It's tough.
Yep.
It's tough.
Used to play a lot of basketball.
Not anymore.
Hard to do that.
Yeah, not anymore. Humbling, I would say. Humbling. You take it for granted how fast your body recovered in your 20s, and now it's just, oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I say that as someone who's like 4 years younger than you. I'm 33 or 37.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to imagine myself as an ongoing preview for you of things coming down the pipeline.
No, please don't do that.
Coming down the pipeline.
No, please no. Please no. I want to believe that I can see your issues that you have and try to avoid them.
No, it's not all bad. I didn't
say it was bad.
I gotta say, on the balance, I'm at ease with myself in a way that I wasn't. Taking myself a lot less seriously.
That's good.
Accumulated information and, varying degrees of wisdom. I think that I generally make better decisions than I used to.
Okay.
And I think the body deteriorating in ways that don't really cause problems in my life, but could be frustrating or annoying or funny or whatever, is empathy building in a certain way. You get to feel, you're not immortal, and you start feeling that more over time, and that helps you, I think, in some ways connect to other people who maybe have their own medical issues or just the overall human experience. It is good, but it sucks. I wake up just in constant pain.
Yeah.
Every ad targeted at me is a reminder that it gets worse.
Yeah.
And now I can't sleep in. That's another thing that started happening to me.
That's tough.
I just wake up at 6. Doesn't matter what time.
where you are, what time zone, none of it matters.
Just like I just woke up this morning. It's like, all right, guess get in the league. Time to get into the league.
Water Grave untapped. Actually, no, Water Grave tap, bobble, pass, Inquisition. We see 2 pushes, a trophy, an Urza that cannot be selected, and a Spire of Industry.
Yep, some removal of Harlan sideboards, a lot of removal in these kind of matchups, and then 1 payoff card to play towards in an Urza.
All right, let's draw. Let's draw again. Needle among those cards. There is the Spire of Industry. Needle, you're real good. Could it be Renin 6, maybe? We'll have to find out.
Astrolabe with Watery Grave and Spire of Industry as the cards.
What's that Needle name? Turn to
Game 2 one's Renin 6. 3 is on Liliana because he bobbled inside.
All right, just got confirmation from Ryan Overturf. That Needle's naming Liliana because Harlan bobbled and saw it. Okay. Smart.
It's great deck building. Could you imagine getting bobbled, opponent reveals top card, and they're like Wooded Foothills?
No, I cannot.
That is hilarious to me.
But it will probably happen.
And now I'm going to go back to the room and hold a whole bunch of Bobble Needle decks.
Liliana. In there. Now, again, fortunately for Oliver, he has the ability to take care of artifacts, and Harlan is without lands right now. Something like an Assassin's Trophy, a Tarmogoyf here. Push will take care of the Goyf. We're heading back over to Harlan, who also has a copy of Astrolabe in hand and no snowlands. Little bit awkward. Tomajko will sacrifice a Bloodstained Mire, get a basic mountain.
It's not actually it's not trivial for the set to cast the Astrolabes.
It's not free.
Yeah, it's not free. We've seen people getting jammed up on this last couple.
Blood Braves. Bolt you. Beatdowns. Can't push it. You want trophy it? Nah.
Well, the trophy's gone.
Oh, you're right. Trophy's gone. Ah,
there we go.
All right. Snow-covered island rolls off the top. Astrolabe. Let's get this thing moving.
Hand unlocked.
Star. And pass. The combo of Star going to the graveyard turns on Revolt for the Fatal Push in hand. Okay, Bloodbraid. Kolagon's command. That's
we've seen this one before.
Now, this is kind of interesting because actually it's less interesting than I thought. Harlan has Whir in hand, but doesn't have triple blue. Got got double blue because of the Thopter Foundry and the island, and the Watery Graves. So we're going to see blow that up, get back Tarmogoyf is interesting. See how Harlan wants to work around this. Sack the Foundry, make a People. Okay, Goyf's back in hand, beatdowns, take the damage, draw a card. Harlan's drawn another land. Harlan does have the mana to play an Urza right now if he wants to.
And 5 artifacts on the battlefield after the fact. So
yeah, the construct will be pretty nice here too. It's a pretty big construct.
Get to spin the Urza at least one time here.
There is Urza. Let's make a construct. So some mana issues, but Oliver couldn't take advantage. Are we going to spin the Urza right now? No, we're going to play Thopter Foundry right now and pass the turn back. Okay.
So Tomajko here in a position, as the way the battlefield is now, can attack, and Fear is threatening all sorts of nonsense the next turn.
Two mana. Collector, oof.
Well, we know that Fear is still sitting on a copy of Fatal Push from earlier.
Harlan's going to respond, sacrifice the Chromatic Star to Thopter Foundry, gain a life, make a 1/1. Construct, still a 6/6, 2/1/1 Thopters that fly, Urza, back on D. Liliana can't be used right now because of the needle. Bloodbraid Elves are obviously active, and the Collector Roof just joined the fray. Tomajko will get a basic forest.
I think Tomajko might have a push of his own, and he has Revolt enabled to allow him to take care of Urza.
There is a push. Does Harlan have any reason to respond by adding mana? He does not. Actually, don't think he could anyway because of the oof, so pardon me.
Yeah.
And now do we go towards Renin 6? Looks like we do. So, Renin 6 is going to come down, minus, kill a Thopter, and pass the turn back. Harlan's going to very quickly untap and draw. That is an Urza. That is a Whir. Good night, everybody. Harlan Fear going to win this game and match here over Oliver Tomajko. 2-1. 4-color Urza takes care of Jun. Harlan 12-2 into the top 8.
Seems tricky there for Jun to, you have no way to make the gameplay really short and no way to shut off the combo. And that mixture is really rough.
Yep.
Harlan gets a lot of time to reassemble. And we saw in the games where he had that kind of breathing space, able to sort of play to the battlefield, use my leftover mana, cantrip, your discard doesn't work, reload, and so on. And Tomajko playing too much at sorcery speed there